For me, yoga is a practice which connects different aspects of my being. But Soviet Union was a country where everything spiritual was out of law, was not allowed. A book about yoga for children. And now let the weight of the arm work for stretching these muscles on your neck. And it gives a good base to strengthen our back. And when I am showing this, everybody in the room actually straightening their back, because that's what we instinctively do in this pose.
Yes.
If you are facing any pain or restriction in movement, be gentle to yourself. Don't push. Don't go through pain. We warmed up this area, and now we can go to the pose itself. And we will show it to you both from the front and from the back side. So, what you do for the Gomukhasana, for the cow face pose. You get up your right arm, and if you are just first time doing this pose, I suggest before you get your arm up, you get something ready as a prop. You see, I have here my scarf, but you can use a belt or some other scarf, which will be very handy for us in this pose. So I get the scarf in my right arm, and I lift right arm up in the air, as straight as I can, and stretch my spine as well. Now I hold my scarf comfortably, and I take my left arm and hide it behind my back. You can leave it here. You can get it a little higher. Or you can do it the full pose. After staying in the pose for 3-5 breathing cycles, release your arms, stretch them, feel more space in your chest, feel your shoulder blades, feel your neck relaxing, and we will do it on the other side. We get our scarf now in our left arm, and we raise it up high. And we hide our right arm behind our back. And now we make our arms meet behind the back, as close as we possibly can today, without hurting ourselves, without overstraining ourselves. Remember, yoga is about being aware and gentle to yourself. So you can go to the full position. Remain in the pose for 3-5 breathing cycles and gently release the pose.
So we are back again in the conversation, and the cow pose was really very good. And after learning about the cow pose, what is the next pose that we can learn?
So after we did an upward pose, it will be logical to go in the pose where your head is below your shoulder level.
Okay, that's downward pose.
Yes, a semi-downward pose, I would say, because on the pictures of proper yogis, we see these complicated downward positions like headstand, Shirshasana or Sarvangasana, and people get scared from them away because they look too complicated. They are not for every health condition. We will do 2 poses which can be done for any health condition, any level of preparation. One of them will be us facing down, and it's called the downward facing dog, or in different traditions it has a lot of different names, but I really like that dog thing. And that will be one pose. And second one is a bridge pose, an easy version of the bridge pose, where our face will be up and most of our body will be higher than our head and shoulders.
Okay, so let's do that.
Yes. So we will start our downward facing dog from sitting position. Then we stand on our form. We press our feet in the ground. And from the floor, we raise up our knees. And go in the full pose with straight legs. In this pose, if you feel very strong stretch in your legs, you might adjust the distance so it's comfortable for you. But try to keep your back as straight as possible. The weight equally on your palms and your feet. And your head down, relaxed, and breathe. If you are just a beginner and this pose looks very challenging for you, you can use props. And instead of putting your palms on the floor, you can put them on the chair, on the sofa, or on the window sill. So stay in this pose for as long as you like. It can be a few breaths, or if it feels good, it can be several minutes. And that's our downward facing dog. A pose to calm your heart, your mind, and stretch out your legs a little bit. And if you want more fun in this pose, you can raise one foot or the other. So that's for downward facing dog, and now we are going out of the pose. For that, we can just put back our knees on the ground, like that. Or if you are ready for more challenge, you can walk your feet closer to your arms and slowly stand up with your head last. And now we do the bridge pose. This was and with the bridge pose we will do lying down. I don't recommend doing that lying down on the couch because the surface you lie down has to be flat and not too soft. So follow me and get all the benefits from the bridge pose for your heart and also your lungs and your brain. All right, for the next pose, we lay down flat on the ground with a very straight spine and shoulders away from your ears. Remember this movement, shoulders away from your ears, even when you lie down. You see, it's 45 degrees to the ground, but you don't need to measure it, it's an approximate measure. And you start to walk your feet a little closer to your hips, as close as you can. And you use your arms as support for your body. And on exhale, you start to lift your pelvis. For someone, it will be this high, and that's fine. For someone, you can go a bit higher. But be very aware of how your lower back feels. It shouldn't have any discomfort in it. Or if you are more experienced and flexible, you can do even higher positions where you can reach with your hands, you can grab your ankles and stay in this pose. If this is too challenging for you, you can use a small prop to support your pelvis, or you can do a variation where you get your fists under your pelvis and use them as a support. Don't stay in this pose for very long. 3-5 breaths is enough to get all the benefits it can offer. But if it feels good, you can go on longer. For coming out of the pose, slowly, consciously release it by exhale. Stretch your feet. And you can raise your arms up and stretch laying down. The important thing in this pose is that when you are getting up, don't go straight forward. Going out of the pose is as important as going in it. My recommendation is to turn on your right side. I'm turning towards left because towards camera. So I'm first turning my legs, then my body, and then carefully and slowly, having weight on this arm, I'm getting up. Refreshed and ready to continue. Hope just like you.
So after doing this pose, so can you tell us the benefits now of the cow pose and the pose we have done right now?
Well, I only named few benefits and focusing on our head, which is our skin, our hair and our eyes.
Okay.
But when we talk about
and
yoga,
shoulders also.
And shoulders also. I see you felt the effect on the shoulders.
That's why.
But when we explain any yoga pose, the full list of benefits will take several pages.
Yeah, sure. So we will show up some of your benefits of these poses on our screen and you can learn about them. Yeah, not taking too much time, we will move forward. So from the shoulder and head, like we have relaxed our head, our eyes and shoulders. Now we'll come to the most beautiful part of our body, that's heart.
Yes.
So what for that?
And the heart and the lungs are located in our rib cage.
Yeah.
And for them to work well, they need a lot of space.
Yes.
So everything that is opening this space, we call the rib cage, is improving our heart's state.
But again, not to stress your body.
Not to stress your body. Very carefully, very peacefully.
Yeah.
So what I suggest you to try today will be again a standing downward position.
Okay.
And we will stand. We will have a certain position of our arms behind our body.
Okay.
And we will bend down.
Okay.
And our heart will be very grateful for that.
Okay, so let's do those poses also now with Alina.
So for your heart, I will show you another pose, which is very popular and is beneficial for different levels. And I will show the different variations of this pose. It's good for the heart and also for the whole blood circulation system. For this pose, sit on the floor on your yoga mat and stretch out your legs. Your feet can be a foot distance apart or they can be together, but I suggest for beginners to have them like that. Now you will need to set up your buttocks a little bit. It's important because your sitting bones have to be, you should feel them. It's good for everything, trust me. And we will do the forward bend. We will do one in the sitting position and then we will do one variation in the standing position. So in the sitting position, our task is to have a straight back and lean towards our feet. The common mistake I often see people doing to reach the feet quicker, they do this. It's not beneficial position. Don't do that. It doesn't do much good to you. Keep your back as straight as possible. And when you are leaning down, I will show you a small prop. Yes, from here it will be seen better. I now will use my scarf, but you can use any belt or any rope you have at home. You get it over your feet and bend only as much as you can with your back straight. Perhaps your position today will be like that, and that's okay too. That's the position too. Or you can go here, or if you want improvement, you can end up here, or sometimes you can even rest on your legs. But that's not necessary to get benefits from this pose. Next, I will show you the variation of this pose, but standing. And I will stand up for this. If you want and you do this pose in the office, you can have as a prop your chair, your desk, or window pane, window sill. And then your forward stretch in this position. I will show you how deep it goes. But first I need to show you the position of the foot, and it's important, it's a key. Foot is a key for the most beneficial pose. Your feet should be parallel to each other. And it's good to do it in barefoot or in the loose socks, because then you can spread your toes widely. Imagine that you are putting a paw of an animal on the floor and you are spreading your toes for stability. So you build up this pose from your foot, you straighten your knees, like you lift up your knee higher here, or if you have knee joint problems, ask your Ayurveda practitioner if this pose is suitable for you, in which variation it's suitable for you. And now I will show you the whole pose from the side. So feet parallel, knee straight, back straight. And if you have a chair or a desk in front of you, you might take your arms like that and go only as far as your prop lets you. Like this would be on the desk, like this would be on the chair. But if you want to do the more in your exercise today, go towards the floor. You don't need to touch the ground necessarily, because here, after you go down, you straighten your spine, you get your arms behind your back, like that, and then you lean down as much as your body allows you. Remember to relax your neck and let your head hang down. It will add extra stretching and breathe deeply. Stay in this pose as long as you feel good, but start with only a few breaths. When you come out of the pose, first release your arms and then start to lift your spine one by one and lift your head last. A small warning for those who do it first time. If you do this and after you feel slightly dizzy, it doesn't mean you do something wrong. It's a good thing. But have something to support you when you stand up. And give yourself time going out of the pose slowly. We are not in a competition. We are not here to do something quicker as others.
Log on to www.planetayurveda.com and order a full range of Ayurvedic medicines and herbal supplements. Delivered worldwide.
Where there is health, there is no place for disease. In Planet Ayurveda, we believe in the power of natural herbs. Our goal is to prepare powerful extracts and original Ayurvedic combinations to help our customers with their health problems. The quality and purity of the herbs used in our products is crucial. Planet Ayurveda searches for farms located in the mountains of the Himalayas, as herbs that are grown in the Himalayan mountains are richer in their chemical constituents as compared to those grown in the plains areas. These small family farms are mainly situated in the villages located in the foothills of Himachal Pradesh, India. Planet Ayurveda chooses suitable farms based on the quality of their herbs and plants. We always seek for 100% pure herbs that are grown naturally in a healthy environment. In the fields of the selected Planet Ayurveda farms, no chemical fertilizers or urea is used. They only use an organic compost that has been prepared from leaves or animal manure. They also do not use any kind of fertilizers. The herbs are grown naturally without the use of any insecticide or pesticide. Most of the labor is done manually, planting, clearing fields of weeds and harvesting, which has the added benefit in giving special care to the herbs and also work for the local people. The founder of Planet Ayurveda, Dr. Vikram Chauhan, is an experienced Ayurvedic doctor and specialist in phytotherapy who has immense knowledge about the natural growth of herbs. He also personally visits the various farms on a regular basis. Planet Ayurveda